Good evening, YouTube. Back here with the GE Model 150 again. Just wanted to kind of update you on my progress of no progress. I've got a kind of a mess going here. I took that filter cap out, as you saw in the last video, and a lot of the parts just fell apart. I mean, ends of these leads, like on this capacitor, just fell off. I had a couple other ones fell off. I was going to replace the capacitors anyway, but you know, it makes it a little difficult to find out where they went. I tried looking at the pictures I took. There's just not enough light down where the filter cap was to actually tell what wires connected where, and you know, I was probably too close to it too, because I couldn't actually trace the wires back to where they came from. And like I said, there's just a lot of this stuff just came apart. Luckily, I will have the other radio to look at if you know, I need to. But in the meantime, I've been looking at this schematic, and surprisingly, it is pretty accurate. I've been able to find most where everything goes. I even found that one of the parts that came out, well, it didn't actually come out. I don't know where it is. This is a electrolytic capacitor, which again is going to be replaced. Was actually connected to the wrong point. It doesn't really matter where it was connected to. I mean, it's not really a big deal, because the only time there's a difference is when the radio is switched off, and I guess it really wouldn't matter then if it was connected to the wrong place. But it's actually connects, as you can see here on the schematic, that 100 microfarad cap right there connects to the B- line after the switch. You can see the switch right there, and instead it was connected on this side of the switch. Again, probably didn't make any difference because the switch is off. I don't think that you know, it's going to make any difference if the switch is off, the radio is off. It's not really going to make any difference. Once that switch is in place, that line is solid there. I mean, it, you know, you can connect it anywhere you want. But I think when I replace it, I will put it back to the proper location, because I'm just a stickler for stuff like that. But like I said, I was able to use the schematic to trace down most everything that I couldn't figure out any other way on where it went. I was also, the original schematic did not show on the diagram the little triangle and little square for the two parts of the 3-section can, filter can. So I was able to trace that down and find out which one was which. That will help a little bit, because I do have some pictures and I know which you know, by looking at the cap itself and the way it was connected into the radio, you know, I know which ones went where, so I can look at some of the wiring that way. This thing is just, like I said, it's just crazy mixed up, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to order some more terminal strips. The only thing I have now is little 3 lugs and these big long honking ones here, and they're just too big right for what I need. I need something about 4 lug long, maybe 5 at the most, and that would put me in a pretty good shape, and I could mount it to that hole right there and run it along the front edge of the thing, where it's not sitting on the edge, you know, not grounded out or anything. But I can use that to my advantage, I think, and get everything mounted back to that, I hope. But anyway, the interesting thing about this radio, it does not use chassis as ground. There is a dedicated B- line. I don't know if you can see that black wire there. It's actually on the bottom there, next to that hole. That's the B- line, and that was what was connected to the outer shell of the can there. And like I said, it's going to be fairly easy to figure it out. It's just a matter of I need to get the capacitors to be replaced, and then I've got 2, 3 there. There's 3 I see, and there's 1, 2, 3 more on this side. That's a line cap there. That's going to have to be probably a safety cap. You know, the this switch I don't understand at all. It's listed on the schematic. It's like a 3-section switch. It looks to me like something plugs into it. I'll turn it over here and see. I mean, that's what it looks like on the top side. That's the weirdest looking thing I've ever seen. You know, this is AC and DC and battery. I'm not sure exactly what that is for, but I'm sure it has something to do with what something's plugged in there. It makes ground, or it makes contact with one set of contacts as opposed to the other. I don't think it'll ever be used. I'm gonna leave it in there though, because it seemed to work without, you know, or just fine with it in there. So anyway, like I say, I want to get these caps replaced, and I'm still up in the air about the selenium rectifier. As kind of dependent as this is on the B plus being a certain voltage, because it's the tubes run off of DC, not AC. I think I may leave it in there, and at least for the time being, and then maybe later on try to figure out a replacement. But anyway, this is just a quick update on this. Also, I did get a new addition for my pegboard, which is kind of neat. I was wanting a screwdriver holder, and all the ones that were metal like that were mostly like that, and screwdrivers just don't fit those. But this was, I don't know, 5 something on eBay shipped, or maybe 6 something shipped. And it holds the 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 screwdrivers, and it's really nice. I may even order another one because I don't have half my screwdrivers in there. So, but like I say, that was a pretty good deal, I thought, and it does make a nice addition to the pegboard. So, anywho, I guess that's about it for this update, and just wanted to let everybody know that I was still working on it. I spent most of the day trying to figure this out, trying to match the components and the diagram to where things went on the radio. I was able to get about 90% of those identified, so I don't think the other 10% will leave much to chance. I mean, I'll be able to figure those out pretty easy. So, and like I say, I always have the other radio coming just to make sure I do have everything right. So, anywho, until that time, probably until I get some parts in, I'll say goodbye for now. Thanks for watching.